My name is Nneka, and I live in a village where sons are honored as the backbone of the family, in a place where lineage is everything. I am known as the woman who bore only daughters. Every day, I feel the sharp pang of disappointment from my family and hushed gossips of the community. My daughters, Nkechi, Ugochi, Ifi, Adaeze, and Chiamaka, are my heart. Yet, their very existence seems to deepen my shame. Whenever I walked through the village, I could feel the weight and judgmental eyes from everybody. Mothers of sons looked at me with a mix of disdain, as if my failure to produce a male child is a curse upon us all. My husband, Obina, has grown very distant over the years, and I can see it in his eyes. He longs for a son to carry on his name, and every day I am reminded that I am the reason he feels incomplete. On one fateful evening, everything changed. The village was buzzing with news of a wealthy suitor named Chike who had come to town seeking for a bride from a respectable family. Rumors had it that his fortune rivals that of the village's elders, and I was filled with dread when I learned he has expressed interest in my own daughters. Ike sees the potential in my girls, but only as a means to elevate his own status. I can sense the allure he has over him. He offers a glimpse of wealth and security that is hard to ignore. As they giggle and whisper excitedly about him, I am gripped by a mixture of fear and anger. What kind of man reduces my daughters to mere trophies for his collection? The tension in our home became palpable. One night, as I sat with my daughters, I spoke my mind and all my fears. You must be cautious. This man may seem charming, but wealth can often hide the darkest intentions. Nkechi, the eldest, looks at me with defiance. Mama, we are not children anymore. We can make our own decisions. Ugochi, the practical one, chimes in. But what if this is our chance? We have struggled and suffered for so long. Their words hit me like a thunderclap. How could they not see the danger in this? Yet, as I look into their hopeful faces, I realize that their dreams of a better life were pulling them away from me. One afternoon, as I returned home from the market, I overheard a conversation that shattered my heart. My husband, Obinna, was talking to a neighbor lamenting, if Chike wants them, let him take them. At least that is one way for them to be beneficial to me. His words cut deeper than any blade. The man that I loved seems to have abandoned us, and I feel the burden of his disappointment weighing heavily on my chest. My daughters deserve better than to be battered for wealth. When Chike proposes to take two of my daughters at once, I am faced with a harrowing choice. Will I allow my daughters to become pawns in a game that could chain them forever? I confronted Chike, desperation fueling my resolve. You will not take my daughters without their consent. They deserve love, not just a life of luxury. He laughs, a cold sound that echoes in the night air. You think you can stand in my way? I offer them a chance at greatness, and you want to keep them shackled in this miserable existence? The reality of my situation pressed down on me like a stone. The community that had once scorned me now watched, hungry for the spectacle of a mother losing her daughters to a man who only sees them as objects. The day was set for my daughters to make their decision, and that day finally came. My daughters gathered, and their faces mixed of hope and trepidation. I took a deep breath, knowing that whatever choice they make will change everything. In a moment of clarity, I spoke my heart. You are not possessions, my daughters. You deserve love, respect, and the future of your own choosing. Remember, wealth cannot buy you happiness or freedom. Nkechi and Ugochi, my strongest daughter, stepped forward. We refuse to be pawns in someone else's game. We will not be taken without our say. But it was Chiamaka, my youngest, who unexpectedly takes a step forward towards Chike. I will go with you, Chike, but I want my sisters to be safe. You will not tear us apart. Chike's eyes glint with victory, but I see the strength in my daughters. They have chosen love for each other over wealth, even if it means separation. As Chiamaka leaves with the suitor, I feel a bittersweet pride mixed with an overwhelming sense. She took this decision, hoping that his wealth would help her family. Days passed, and the absence of Chiamaka weighed heavily on us. My remaining daughters and I struggled to build our lives back. We worked tirelessly, and I reminded them of their worth, our worth. Yet, the nights are the hardest. I laid awake haunted by memories and laughters of sisterly bond that was now a quietness. As time passed, the village began to buzz with the news of Chike's engagement to Chiamaka. But for us, it was a different story, a painful reminder of what we've lost. I see the sorrow in my daughter's eyes every day, and it breaks my heart to know that we are powerless to bring her home. One evening, while we were gathered around the flickering lamp, Ify began to cry. Mama, what if we never see Chiamaka again? What if she forgets us? Ugochi wrapped her hand around Ify, trying to comfort her. She could never forget us. We are her family. But the words felt hollow. The reality is that we have lost one of our own, and every moment that passed felt like a wound that would never heal. One day, desperation drove me and I went to visit the village elder, seeking counsel and support. As I sat before him, I explained my plight. Chike has taken my daughter, and I fear for her happiness. I need your help. He listens patiently, nodding and understanding. Nneka, you are a strong woman. But remember, not all battles are won in the light. Sometimes you must be willing to fight in the shadows. His words ignited a flicker of hope in me, but the road ahead seems treacherous. I leave his hut with renewed determination, vowing to find a way to bring Chiamaka back. With the help of my daughters, I crafted a plan to confront Chike once again. We will go to his village, demand to see Chiamaka, and bring her home where she belongs. As we make our way to Chike's home, the air is thick with tension. My heart pounds in my chest as a reminder of what's at stake. When we arrive, Chike stands before us, his presence overwhelming. You dare come here? He sneers, eyes narrowed. After all this time, you still think you can take her from me? I step forward. Kamaka deserves better than this, and we will not let her be used and manipulated by you. Chike's laughter echoed mockingly through the courtyard. You think you can sway me with your words? Chiamaka is mine, and I will not let her go. Desperation fills my voice as I plead. Chike, this is not right. This is not love, it is ownership. She is suffering and you know it. The confrontation escalates, emotions running high. Chike tries to dismiss us, but my daughter stands strong, united. We demand Chiamaka's freedom, but he is relentless, refusing to see reason. Leave my home, he bellows, his anger palpable. You have no power here. With heavy hearts, we retreat from Chike's compound, having no other option. As we walk back home, I can sense my daughter's despair. Ugochi stops, turning to me, her eyes filled with tears. Mama, what do we do? I take her hand in mine, fighting in my own tears. We must keep fighting. I cannot give up on Chiamaka. She needs us now more than ever. The days stretch in an agonizing silence. Chiamaka's absence feels like a ghost haunting the home. Months passed, and news reached the village that Chiamaka had fallen ill. The details of the illness was unrevealed. Chike's grip on her had tightened, and he refused to allow her to return home for treatment. The heartbreak is palpable, and my daughters and I huddled together, trying to determine how to get our daughter and sister back, this time with as much determination as we needed. Chike was not going to get away with this.